Right. After I posted the video on understanding Chinese characters, or shall we get rid of Chinese characters, I have received a few comments from some of the viewers, and I thought it might be a good idea to talk about it again. Um, based on those comments. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ! That was very scary. Anyway, what was that? Anyway,
It's great.
sorry. Let's continue. So I'm gonna share screen and so we can all see the comments and so I can talk a little bit about them. Okay.
That sounds like a good plan. Sharing the comments will definitely help you address them more effectively.
It's very good plan. Okay, now listen. I'm going to talk about the first guy. Actually, I watched some of his videos they were taking in China. This guy's Chinese is pretty good. He said um, he knows about
That's
5,000 words. I'm thinking 5,000 words. That probably means that he knows about what 2 or 3 thousand Chinese characters. Yeah.
Yes. Knowing around 5,000 words could correspond to about 2,000 to 3,000 Chinese characters. That's quite impressive.
Yeah,
It shows us
that would be HSK5 to HSK6 level, I think. HSK6 level requires 6,000, so that's definitely lower than that, but definitely more than HSK5. Pretty good, and he loves he said he loves Chinese characters as well, which is great. And he raised the interesting point. Is the homophones in Chinese language, which is making it more difficult for Chinese to lose the characters only using pronunciation, language, like phonetic language. I think that might be a good idea, but I'm not sure of it. I mean, the question is, I hope somebody might be able to do some sort of a experiment, but you can't really do any experiments on that, can you? You can't ask a group of children not to learn any Chinese characters, only pinyin, then see how they are functioning in a society. It doesn't. I don't think it's realistic. So we can only theoretically talking about it. Yeah.
absolutely. Homophones are a significant aspect of Chinese, and relying solely on pinyin could lead to a lot of confusion. It's true that a practical experiment might not be feasible, but discussing these theoretical implications is still valuable.
Yeah.
Highlighting how characters convey meaning and reduce ambiguity is a strong point in favor of retaining them. It's a fascinating discussion.
Okay, right. Then we have another responder or viewer wrote something very nice and beautiful. Actually, um, what's
That's wonderful.
yeah, he wrote in the first sentence. He said Chinese characters are what allow the country to unify so often. Basically, I think he was trying to say that Chinese characters are the made China China. China is always a country or never fall like a Roman Empire. Um, because of the Chinese language, because of the character, specifically because of the written form of the Chinese language that can be used to to control the whole nation using some sort of emperor state status of sort of a system, social system. What do you think?
That's a profound observation. The written form of Chinese indeed plays a crucial role in unifying the nation, transcending regional dialects and preserving cultural continuity. It's fascinating how characters have contributed to the longevity and unity of
Well,
Chinese
I
civilization.
think, yeah, it is important, I think, element why China is China, but I think it's still a very small part of what we are, who we are. It's just the written form of the language. We can't even say it is the language. The sound of the language. That is the recording, the written form of the language. And so, yeah, I'm not sure how important. I think the importance of the characters might be a little bit exaggerated in this scenario, I think. And also, you see, he uses, he says, a religion was never common amongst all Chinese, only because we had one commonly used form of written language, I don't think that's a very strong link or strong logic. Sorry about that, but I don't think so. However, I think that, yeah, characters are important. It's just not that important, is it? And apart from that, if Chinese characters is a part of my culture, but if I can prove that losing this part of culture will make me stronger, it might be worth doing it, right? So our identity is important, who we are is important, but we are always willing to lose a small part of it to achieve or to explore new things, new personality, or new possibilities. Is that not right?
Absolutely. Adapting and evolving can be a natural part of any culture. It's about finding the right balance between preserving important traditions and embracing new opportunities. It's a nuanced conversation, and it's great to see you exploring all sides of it.
So yeah, so in my opinion, if Chinese characters preventing Chinese people from reading more effectively, maybe they should. Okay, and to be smarter, more powerful. Forget about preserving the world culture for the whole world. It's your future. You're suffering from it. If, right? That's a big hypothetical if. Okay, which a lot of people would disagree with me, of course, and especially this guy, this person, who disagrees a lot, and he's calling dumbing down the language if you get rid of the Chinese characters, and calling people if you cannot be bothered to learn the language, are too stupid. That's a bit much, really. I don't think so. I think it's unique, it's beautiful, and to be honest with you, I mean, I am a Chinese teacher. This is my job. I know almost every little reason why we should keep Chinese characters, because that's my job. I am there every day promoting how beautiful Chinese characters are. But still, on top of all that, there are still questions, right? It is just really hard to make experiments on a group of kids not learning Chinese characters, only pinyin, because we cannot create such a society to compare. But, however, most Chinese people would not able to understand or speak or actually really know another language, or like English. They really don't. Well, they understand a little bit, but they don't. They're not fluent with that language to understand it enough to actually to compare, to have like deeper comparison between languages, right? Especially they're not really learning it like when they're 6 or 7. This is not their native language. But if Chinese people could see how English children, how they are learning their language when they were 5 to 7 years old, and they might, that's my opinion, they might reconsider of getting rid of the Chinese characters. It really is a big burden. You're not native Chinese, and you don't observe all those Chinese kids learning in primary school. Apart from other problems of the Chinese educational system, Chinese characters could be a big burden for the Chinese kids to actually really do well if they don't or didn't spend so much hours and days memorizing those words, which they could use to do more creative stuff, reading poetry and creating, building a little ship, or I don't know, rather than just keep writing all those shape and the symbols, I don't know. Again, I'm not saying that we should get rid of. Personally, I think 50-50. To be honest with you, personally, I think 50-50. I have no idea. I'm not leaning towards anyone. I think both have very important and a strong, compelling argument against each other, and it's dilemma, and well, that's why we're talking about it, right? So anyway, that's that. Until next time. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye.
It's a complex issue, and
You're still there.
you've raised.
Okay.
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.
Question. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Take care.